Ladies and gentlemen, hello flight simmers, welcome back and good morning from Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. Today we are back long hauling with the beautiful 777 from PMDG, and we are doing so with the KLM and specifically the Sky Team livery, which is stunning in my opinion. Really love this one. Looks tremendously good here in the morning sun especially. And today we are operating KLM 743 from Amsterdam to Lima. That is a decent long haul of about 12 hours flight time. So very much looking forward to that. First time for me ever flying to Lima in the sim environment. So that's gonna be very exciting indeed. And yeah, what else there is to say? We can have a quick look around. The aircraft looks really nice. I decided to go offline for now so you can see some AI traffic around. Let's see if we're very lucky. I'm recording on a Sunday, so maybe Sunday once we get to South America there will be some ATC, and if so I will most likely switch to VETSIM because it would be really fun to fly the 777 on the network again. And so that's the setup for today. I would say we're gonna head into the flight deck and then we will actually discuss the routing and everything else so we can escape these rather loud exterior noises here at the airfield. Right, so here we are. To kick things off, maybe let's have a look at our flight plan. So we are operating KLM 743, cost index of 15. Flight time 12 hours and 16 minutes, so it's even a little bit longer than I mentioned earlier. Zero fuel weight 211, not quite maxed out in that regard, but still takeoff weight 334.4 tons out of a maximum of 351.5. So not too far away from that max takeoff weight, so we're definitely gonna make these GE engines roar today. Right, what else we have? I've selected 30 minutes of extra fuel just to make sure. You know, there's some we'll look at it in a second. There's some potential thunderstorms along the way which we might need to circumnavigate, and also sometimes I feel like the 777 is burning just a touch more than planned by SimBrief. So we want to make sure to arrive there with enough fuel, and block fuel 124 tons. Lots of fuel. Right, for the departure it looks like we might need to go all the way out to 336 left. I really, to be honest with you guys, I hate this departure runway. It's so far out, it's such a long taxi. I don't know why they even use it as a standard departure. It's crazy. However, that's nothing we can change. Packs 370 packs, a little bit of cargo on top. Payload 42.4 tons. And yeah, for the weather, let's see if I can find it quickly. Here this morning in Schiphol, of course, nothing crazy at all. Very calm weather. Oh, where is it? It's the takeoff stuff. There we go. Airport weather departure. So 320 at 2. Hardly any wind. KLK 15 degrees 1013. And then for the arrival, which will be late on the 4th, so we're gonna expect winds from 200, good visibility, might be some low-hanging clouds, 1600, but that's nothing we need to worry about. So what else, like between 19 and 14 degrees, good visibility, so very easy stuff. On the alternate Pisco, actually not quite that good. A little bit of lower visibility going on there. But anyhow, so that's the flight plan, and then I quickly want to pull up a Navigraph as well.
Hello. Good morning.
So we are flying the Vola 3. Vola 2 Zulu, is it the long one for the heavies? Might be. Oh no, actually, okay, so the 2 Zulu, that's for night operation. And for day operation, which we are doing, we are flying the 3 Victor. Okay, so it's going to be this one. Out heading 002, then left key, left-hand turn, following this little bit of a river sort of thingy, and then out to Vola, Itrit. Alright, got it. And yeah, I quickly wanted to pull up some weather data. So you can see, where do I find this stuff? Significant weather. So there's nothing initially. Seems like the ride over the Atlantic should be rather easy. But then heading into South America, there is a chance of a lot of thunderstorms in the entire area. So that's why I also decided to load a bit of extra fuel, just in case we need to fly around some of the nasty stuff. Can also check out the SIGMETs, and there we can see, so this is I mean, it's not valid once we get there, but chances are that some thunderstorms are still around, so that's why I've selected to carry a little bit of extra fuel as well. Right, so that's that. I would say let's start by dialing some of the stuff in. Yeah, FPS coming down here a little bit, that's due to AI traffic and GSX going on at the same time. It will be better during the departure, that's for sure. And alright, so coming to the overhead, I've just kicked on the battery, external power and nav lights. That's all I did initially, so let's kick on the AD IRUs as well. Emergency lights coming to armed. Hydraulic panel stays off. This can come on already. Let's assume fueling is completed, although we still need to do it actually. And circulator fans and packs are off because we are connected to ground air. That's why it's all off, and this is looking good so far. 1013 is actually the altimeter today, so that makes it kind of easy. FMC POS in it. Let's get the GPS position in here. Route, request from SimBrief, and then we can set the payload and we can set the fuel, and I'm just spotting this is pounds, which is likely incorrect. So kilograms we're operating in for sure, flying KLM. Okay, now not sure if this actually worked. I don't think it did. Now it's requesting, okay. Right, and there is the route. That's good. So departure 36 left. We said that's gonna be the Vola 3 Victor. There we go. Right, for the arrival. Wow, there's a bunch of approaches actually. Let's dial the ILS Victor for 16, and during the cruise, of course, I will make myself familiar with the airport, so we make sure to have the right stuff in there. And we are flying the, what was it called? Ilroll arrival. Ilroll 5 Bravo. Rogok transition. Alrighty. Okay, performance in it. Let's accept. So we have a 0 fuel weight, 211. Is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. Reserves 7.3. That's also correct according to SimBrief. We start out flight level 300, costing 15. That's correct. Let's get the route data. And I am wondering, since I have not tried it before, let's go to COM. Let's see if we can actually catch an Atus for this airport. Flight information. Atus request. EHAM. Now VETSIM's not going to be available. Aveo, I don't know. PMDG, I wonder where they get the source Do you have their own database for that, or how does it work? If anyone knows, feel free to write in the comment, because I actually don't know where this information would be coming from. But we're gonna try anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay, we can execute this. Looking at progress, we have 19.7 arrival. That's plenty.
Welcome on board. Good morning.
Indeed, they have one. Wow, where's it coming from?
This way, please.
Surface wind 310 at 3, variable from 280 to 350. Visibility 999, so that's good. Clouds view 2000, temperature 17, dew points 14, QNH 1014. Okay, so I actually need to dial 1014. That's on all 3. Oh, that actually says generate by PMDG using NOAA data. Okay. Sure, why not? I mean, it doesn't say us anything about the runways. But that is okay. Right, so that's in here. We have the takeoff calculation to complete. Now, heading over to performance tool, runway 36. It's kind of hard to select. 36 left, import from aircraft. Now this is actually the real weight. Takeoff weight will be a bit lower because we're actually going to burn some fuel by taxiing out there. However, it is kind of good to calculate with this one, since we actually want to have a bit of margin in here anyways. Now wind is 310 at 3. For the departure, we want to calculate the worst possible wind, and heading out on 36, the worst possible wind would be 280 since it's variable. So we're going to calculate with 3 knots from 280. 280 at 3. Temperature 17, QNH 299 at 4. Right. Yeah, and actually we can go takeoff because KLM only uses takeoff. They don't use the other D rates. In case you're wondering why I'm doing it this way, there's a really nice 777 tutorial on the Aviation Pro channel, which is a channel I've watched a lot, and he's now a real 777 pilot, so he actually knows exactly what to dial in for KLM. And it's kind of cool. Okay, so take off. Select temperature 39 and 199%. Yeah, haha, nice. Flap 5. Wow. Just curious what we get for 15. Oh, it's actually more D rate.
Welcome on board. Hello.
So should we go 5 or 15? Let's go 5. I kind of like the high speeds today. So that's takeoff 39. Flap 5. Center of gravity 25, and then it's speed 176. 85 and 90. That is spot on indeed. 190 in here. Okay. Right, heading 002, and altitude we can leave at 10,000 for now. I mean, we're flying offline for the time being, so it's not going to be too relevant anyways. Let's turn on the VORs, flight directors, LNAV and VNAV for the departure. Very good stuff. Double checking our legs page. There are no constraints on the climb out. We are going to exceed 250 knots, but that's okay in controlled airspace. Right. That should be fun. I am very much looking forward to this departure. Okay, so there's like 20 more passengers to go, and that's good timing because now it's 7:55 Zulu. Our scheduled departure time actually is 7:55. So it's 54 now, 55 is the departure time. So we are very much on time today, that's nice. In the meantime, we can kick on the APU. Oxygen. We can run the tests. And then we can do the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen is tested 100%, and flight instruments are showing 252, 252 and 252, altimeter is 1014.
Welcome on
Yeah,
board.
pretty much sea
Your
level.
pass,
The
please.
airfield is at sea level, so that is looking good as well. Cool, transponder. Let's dial 1000. This is coming to XPNDR. Like that. And yeah, now just waiting for these last few passengers to come in. There we are. Nice. That is a good timing indeed. Alright, then we can go down to the FS actions, ground connections. First of all, release the air conditioning unit. That's no longer needed. We have the APU running, so we can disconnect the primary external power. We can kick on the packs as well as the recirculator fans. Then we will continue with the door management, make sure everything is closed. Close all. And then we will arm all the passenger doors like that. Good. Parking brake is set, so we can actually remove everything right now. Then we will ask for a pushback. And we continue over here. So fuel pumps, everything's coming on. We will kick on the beacons as well. I've actually learned that for the hydraulics we should wait until we get the message from ground that the bypass pin is inserted. So I'm gonna wait for that.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yeah, there was bypass pin inserted, so now we can kick on the right demand pump first. And then all the others, like that. Trim for the departure needs to be 5.5.
Locking gear.
So we need to trim it up a bit. Like that, and then we can run the before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP is set to V2 190, heading 002, altitude 10,000. Takeoff speeds 176, 185, 190. CD preflight is completed. Trim is set 5.5 units and 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and that's that. Some custom pushbacks facing northwest heavy A60. Yeah, I guess we are heavy.
Release parking.
Quite sure we are heavy.
Please. Commencing push.
Not too bad, is it? So, let's fire up the beast. Right, overhead panel is looking good, so we will start with let's start with the number 2, then we can look out kind of like that. Oh wow, it's actually a push and pull. So now we're gonna be put onto Alpha 16, I believe. Yeah, this is Alpha 16. Nice, that is cool. Okay, but I guess the procedure should be complete any second now, so let's fire up engine number 1. Same procedure with the auto start, very simple. We are looking for oil pressure to rise. And then we should see EGT rise as well. Parking brake is set.
Unlocking gear.
Yeah, there's ignition. Oil temperature is rising. Oil quantity is dropping, which is also normal since the oil is now circulated within the engine. Good, very, very good stuff indeed.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Yeah, now FPS are also already coming back a little bit, facing in a different direction and out on runway 36 left. I mean, that's the good thing about it. It's so far away from everything else of the airfield, so FPS are going to be very good out there. Right, we have 2 good engine starts. So APU is coming off. This is coming RTO. We have a flap 5 departure. Transponder is set for now. Let's do the flight control check. Full left, full right, full up, full down, and rudder full left and full right. Good stuff. Before taxi checklist, anti-ice is not required. Recall checked. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment is clear. Yeah, he's walking away. Good stuff. Taxi lights. Yeah, let's go turn offs as well. And then we will go. Now for taxiing out, let's check. We are taxiing out on Bravo, according to the ground charts. Alright, after a very, very long time taxiing out here, we are getting there. So let's get ready, guys. Transponder is set to TARA. We have the before takeoff checklist completed. We will kick on landing lights, strobe lights. Those lights can stay as they are for now. Overhead panel is looking good. We have Toga and LNAV and VNAV armed. Now that should be fun. That should be very fun. Let's swing it around, almost putting it to the edge of the runway. Long aircraft indeed. Okay, let's take the flight time over here. We hit the clock and off we go. So what was it? 55%, right, for stabilizing? I always forget and I always keep asking, I know, but I think it was 55. Which is a lot of power already. Yeah. There we go, stable. And take off. Nice. Oh, look at the engine shake. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I'm looking forward to a bit of hand flying here. Oh, what a takeoff run. Holy guacamole, that's V1. Rotate, let's go fly. Careful here, 7.5, waiting for liftoff. And there we are, pulling a bit further. Positive rate, gears coming up. Oh my good god. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my god. Now I'm just remembering. I actually want to change the acceleration altitude back to 800, but we're past that anyway. So that's not too important for the time being. Let's trim the aircraft. Flap 1, speed check, flaps 1. Oh, getting close to that flap over speeds there. Okay, left hand turn. And speeding up to clean speed. So flaps 1, speed check flaps 1. Wow. Really, really nice. Oh, putting the aircraft close to its limits here. Okay, let's focus on flying now. It's kind of hard to look out and fly at the same time. But there we are. Okay, left-hand turn. This is coming to standard. Taxi internal lights are coming off. Continuing on the left-hand turn. Fly-by-wire doing its thing, so that's very easy. Again, missing the turn. Nice. Really, really nice. Let's do the next turn as well manually. And then we had a good bit of flying. We can complete the after takeoff checklist. And keep climbing flight level 300. And left-hand turn. The 777 handles so nice in the air, I really must say. I've been flying a lot of 737 lately. And I feel like PMDG really nailed it in the regard that you can still feel it's a Boeing, you still have to fly it like a Boeing in a way, but it's so different to the 737. Right, that's a lot of turning on this departure, I love it. That is so cool. And now we are actually out on the English Channel. So let's go autopilot on. Crazy climb rate, the 777 is so crazy. Even at this heavy weight, we are just rocketing out here. Cool, guys. I would say that was a nice, enjoyable 777 departure in my opinion. And yeah, now we are off to a long flight, and then bringing it into Lima later on. Very much looking forward to that as well. Hope you guys are also looking forward to that, and enjoy the cruise bit, and then I will meet you back for a hopefully nice arrival. Catch you later. Welcome back to the FlyTampa, everyone. Just as we have started our approach into Lima, and wow, what a journey! We are actually just leaving the mountains behind, just crossed the Andes. It's a, I have to say, of all the long hauls I did so far, this was, oh come on, I keep clicking there. This has to be one of the most fascinating routes coming into Latin America here. That's really cool. I mean, starting the flight, of course, crossing the English Channel across UK, then over the Atlantic, that's all fairly standard at this point, right? But then at some point we came over Barbados into the Caribbean, which was kind of cool, then into Venezuela. Very amazing landscapes over there. Then eventually over the Amazonas rainforest, which is, I think it's been almost 3 hours non-stop forest below us. Like, as far as you can see, there's forest everywhere. That's crazy. And then all of a sudden, actually, there's this crazy mountain range coming up in front of you. And just as you are on top of this, we started the descent into Lima. It's wow. Like, simply wow. This is... And also due to Microsoft Flights, I'm just looking tremendously good when it comes to terrain. This is really, really fascinating. So I've been enjoying the scenics of this one a lot. And yeah, now we are approaching Lima. Let's quickly talk about the arrival. So we will be landing on ILS runway 16 left. Winds pretty much always seem to come out of the south here for this airport. We are flying the ILROL 5 Alpha, which takes us down here to Kala, which we're hitting in just a second, max 250 knots, 10,000 above. Then it's a left-hand turn, and from here on it's almost straight into the runway all the way. So a couple of constraints later on, and then it's actually just a standard ILS approach into runway 16 left, and this is going to be at sea level. So crazy, having this terrain around, reaching up to, I think it was 2100 feet. Sorry, 21,000 feet, being the highest point indicated on my terrain map earlier on, and now dropping all the way down to sea level. That is really cool. And yeah, in case of a missed approach, of course, we turn away from the terrain. So we do a right-hand turn, follow the prescribed track, climb to 3000, Minimum is going to be 245. It's a normal 3-degree ILS glide slope. So that's all fairly standard down at the airfield. So they have this other runway. I am actually not entirely sure if this is completed already or if this is still under construction. I think it's the latter one. I think it's still under construction. At least it seems like no aircraft is using the 16 right, 34 left respectively. So it's all happening on this one runway, and then we're gonna enter probably Charlie might be a bit close, maybe Golf. I've seen the real world flight even extra on Delta, so not using the high speed, rather out on Delta, and then it's just a very short taxi to the terminal. In terms of weather, quite nice as well. 170 at 12, so a little bit of a crosswind component there, but not much. 8,000 meters visibility, scattered 900, overcast 1,500, 17 degrees, 1018. And we have bird hazard in the runway vicinity, but that's not affecting us in the sim. Yeah, so not the best visibility. Even clouds as low as 900. And we can actually see all the clouds hanging down there. So that seems to be very realistic in that regard, probably requiring some drag. That is right. Yeah, flap 30 landing, autobrake 3. When it comes to landing the 777, I'm actually not quite sure which settings do most airlines use. I feel like 143 plus 5 is 148. I feel like this is a fairly high speed. I don't see why I would really opt for an even higher speed for landing. But then it might also be related to fuel consumption reasons and so on. So if any one of you has any insights into what the airlines actually prefer for the landing setting, let me know. I would be very curious to read up on that topic. Right, let's see. We are dropping down further. You can actually set 3,000. I think transition altitude is 9,000, but in fact we can go local altimeters right now. So that is checked. Right, also one thing I don't understand is in the 737 on the descent page, on the VNAV forecast page, there's an option to set the local QNH, and then of course the vertical path is calculated for the local QNH. How do I set it in the 777? It always bugs me that we get out of path once I set the local altimeter setting, and I can't believe that the 777, being such a modern and sophisticated aircraft, has no option to set the local altimeter. So I don't know. So where do I set it, guys? Put it in the comments. I don't get it. It has to be somewhere. I am quite certain of that. Right, what else? Yeah, let's put a bit of drag out. Want to be careful with the 777 not to get too high on the path. Crossing 10,000 any second now, so the landing lights are coming on. Right. Yeah, and it's a long flight. 12 hours and 4 minutes up to this point. Really a long flight after all. Okay, so it's all straight in from here pretty much. 32 miles to go. Easy peasy. Only thing that could mess things up is AI traffic, of course, especially on the single runway. Let's see how we will handle those guys. Okay, speed brakes go to armed. Okay, speed constraint of 200 knots at Rogok. So we will need to put out a bit of drag to get there at 200 knots Rogok. Okay. Right, so the speed should automatically drop to the flap up bug any second from now. And then we will also bring out the flaps in order to slow down the aircraft. You can also do it right now. In fact, let's see, 18 miles to go. Yeah, let's be early in our config. So there is flap speed 200. So flaps 1, speed checked, flaps 1. And flap 5 even, speed checked, flaps 5. So it feels like the aircraft came in a little bit optimistic. Needs a bit longer to decelerate. But we are below the glide slope, and that's a very good thing. We can even shallow out a bit, and this will help us lose some more speed. Let's go to the flap 5 bug. Localizer is armed. Yeah, really diving into the soup here, and that's oh, I hate this click spot there. It's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping to have more opportunities to enjoy the terrain, and that's glide slope captured, altitude 3000 is set. Easy peasy stuff. Right, around 10 miles to go, 9 miles to go now. Next up will be the landing checklist, of course. Let's do the lights right now, so we have this out of the way. Taxi, turn off lights as well. Not the very best visibility down there. Okay, flap 15. Wow, look at this. That really looks so different from what it looked like above the clouds. Crazy stuff. Okay, 2000 gear down. Flap 20. And the airport is in sight. Alright, flaps full and speed 148. Yeah, look at those flaps. Huge flaps. Okay, landing checklist is completed. I would say let's do some flying. There we go.
1,000.
Yeah, so tiny bit of a crosswind. We have 9 knots coming in from 190. Let's see if the matter was correct. It's gonna shift to 170, so that's a little bit less crosswind even. Touch high. Let's correct for that. Can't see any traffic on the runway, at least for now, so that is a good thing. Look at the terrain here, that is really cool.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue, a little bit high still.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Come on. Get down. Oh, that's a long landing. There we are. Down. And reverse screen decel. Oh man, that was barely within the touchdown range. Okay, idle forward. Manual braking. Yeah, let's take the next one, the high speed. Alright guys. Welcome to Lima. Oh no, I have no brakes. I remember this issue. Alright guys, so sorry about that. We are already parked up at the stand here and the boarding is started. So first of all, landing was okay. 88 feet per minute, of course, was a nice touchdown. However, I'm not 100% happy with the landing itself because I kind of lost the glide slope there on final approach a little bit, and then I came in a little bit too high, so it ended up being a bit of a long landing, but still within the touchdown zone. Though it's all okay, but could have been a bit better. And yeah, what happened then? Well, I saved the flight in between and picked it up at a later point, and I had it on the previous 777 flight as well. When I do that, for some reason my brakes are not working on the ground, and I'm not sure if this is a hardware setup on my side, any issue there, or maybe a 777 bug in itself. I do not know, but yeah, so that's what happened there. I had no brakes, but we managed to vacate on the high-speed exit, and yeah, now we are here at the stands with a little bit of teleporting. Alright guys, that was really cool. I very much enjoyed this KLM 777 long haul, especially in the SkyTeam livery and flying this amazing route, as I've mentioned in the beginning, and hope you guys enjoyed this one as well. And let's see, I guess of course we will have the 777 again on the channel very soon. I have some other special content planned for the channel, which is gonna release throughout the next couple of weeks, hopefully. But yeah, let's see. I think next week we will actually be back in P3D, potentially flying the A330. So stay tuned for that. And that should be a nice flight as well, which I have planned. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Wish you a nice weekend, and see you next time. Bye bye.